Okay, so moving on a little bit, I just want to ask you briefly about the Bonanno family. I know. The main reason I wanted to interview you is I want to know about what it's like now, obviously. But I just want to ask briefly about the Bonannos because they have such an interesting story. So Joe Bonanno, who the family was known after for a long time, he actually seems to have been pushed out of the family, and he moved to Arizona at some point with his son Bill. And actually, he wrote a book about his life, which is something you never hear about from the old generation.
Right, and that automatically he's out. Just for doing that alone, you're basically considered a rat. You know what I mean? So like in that lifestyle, if you do anything of books and things like that, he basically was shunned out, and he's lucky that he wasn't killed because in those days that was a death sentence.
Yeah,
So
it was
he got
really
very
surprising,
lucky.
and I thought it may have set a standard also in the Bonanno family, or maybe it didn't, because after that, nothing really happened like that until Joe Pistone, which is the Donnie Brasco movie. You
Right,
guys got an informant in the family, obviously not in your time, but
right.
he infiltrated the family. And how was the reception in New York? Were people like laughing at the family for this kind of mishap?
I mean, I don't know. That's way before my time, but I know when our boss flipped Joe Messina, I mean, everybody was like laughing.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to get at, which is that before Joe, so basically, apparently they only.
Remember, Joe Messina cleaned up all of that. What happened with Donnie Brasco? He started anyone that had anything to do with that was getting killed and disappearing and stuff like that. His son. So he basically was a part of all the killing. And then when he became boss, he cooperated, which I think is a complete joke. How they even gave him a deal, but he was the one ordering everything. So I think for a guy like that cooperating, the only message that they sent to the people was basically, if he's going to cooperate, anyone will cooperate. There's no loyalty in his life. That was the whole. I believe that was the Fed's goal, to show the people and the mafia, this is the guy you look up to. Look what he's doing. What's the point of standing up?
And they really did look up to him. I hear that like when after he took over, he sort of the family name changed sort of to the Messina family.
It never happened. He was trying to do that, but it never happened.
But he did I hear that he instituted this kind of thing where he was trying to get family members involved to keep it more tight knit. Like he would try to get made guys.
Well, like I said, you got to get stories firsthand. A lot of stories get filtered and become bullcrap. He was trying to get the name changed. Remember, I worked directly for a powerful captain and another powerful captain, and that never happened. They never changed the name to the Messina family. He was trying, but it never happened.
Did they call him the ear? Is that true?
Not the ear. Well, you had to touch the ear. You weren't allowed to say his name.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that was the thing. You had to say, this guy wants to talk to you or something like that with the ear. That's all it was.